Denise, that's absolutely right. Again, this report came in at around 4:30 that someone had been shot. We now know that it was indeed a police officer off of Bennett Place, and Foxtrot has not left this scene, continuously circling the area, presumably searching for someone. We suspect a gunman in this case, and again, just an active police presence. We've heard it from Devin, who's on the other side of the scene here. Crime tape now even further back than where we initially started when we first arrived on the scene. Police very serious about this perimeter. I can tell you that I have been able to see a little bit further beyond this line here, and I can tell you that the police presence is even greater inside. You have officers with tactical gear beyond the perimeter here, APC units as well moving in and around the scene. We're also told that federal agents have arrived on the scene, and it appears that another vehicle is approaching here, as you can see from as I step out of the shot. The Mobile Command Center arriving here on the scene as well. And this has just been the scene out here. Cars, police vehicles coming and going through the perimeter here. And again, as I look beyond, again, Foxtrot above me, we've been hearing a little less sirens than we did when we first initially arrived on scene here, but it has been a chaotic scene to say the least. And of course, we will stay on the scene here, continuing to monitor developments as they come. But that is the latest. We'll send it back to you.
All right, George, have you been given any indication when the police will release a statement about exactly what happened?
The last update we received confirmed that this was indeed an officer that was shot, and that a staging area would be set up with more information to be released. So we are awaiting that further update from police at this time.
All right. Hopefully that's what's happening behind you very soon. Thank you, George.
Yeah, and it's a scene that continuously evolves. Just moments ago, as Captain Jeff mentioned, the Mobile Command Unit arrived here on scene. As you can hear and see probably behind me, it is now getting ready to move back here. We're not sure if it's setting up at another location or if it just needed to get out of the perimeter that it was set up here by police when we first arrived. But while this is happening, I kind of want to reset the stage. Again, around 4:30 this afternoon, reports coming in of a shooting out here in West Baltimore around Fremont and Bennett Place. It was then later confirmed that it was a police-involved shooting. Again, then later confirmed that it was an officer, a detective, that was shot and then taken to shock trauma, whereas you've been hearing from Avijoy Burnett, the police commissioner, and the mayor are now there. We're also hearing reports that the state's attorney has shown up at shock trauma as well, and just a very large police presence. We cannot stress that enough here. They are taking this very seriously, of course, and Foxtrot, the police helicopter, continues to circle the area here right now, presumably searching for a suspect involved in this shooting. And if you've been listening earlier, I was able to take a quick peek just beyond the perimeter with our mass cam here. And again, you can just see the number of officers and federal agents that have now descended on this scene here as this investigation unfolds. And as Captain Jeff mentioned, it's sure to take a very, very long time here this evening. And again, we just have to kind of keep our head on a swivel right now as police cars are coming and going from the scene. And I can't tell you, just from being out here over the last couple of hours, the public presence has also diminished quite a bit. We were a lot more people out here when we first arrived. There are still some people here on the scene, but not nearly as many. And again, as I'm looking over my shoulder, it looks like that perimeter may be changing yet again as the police tape has come down from the scene. And again, just a fluid situation out here, and we'll continue to monitor it and bring you any developing details as they become available. For now, we are live in West Baltimore. George Solis reporting for WJZ.
And George, I know you said earlier that there was a shelter in place for the residents who were in that perimeter. We'll let you go. We're going to check in with Avijoy next, but maybe you can find out if we have viewers in the perimeter, whether they get an update, whether they're allowed to leave their homes, if they still have to shelter in place. Okay.
Will do. That's right. Moments ago, the scene, again, an ever-evolving and ever-changing scene. That Mobile Command Unit that was behind me here on Fremont now moved over here on Harlem Avenue. The road now closed indefinitely to traffic that was passing here at a moment. Only cars we see coming and going now are police units, much like this one that just passed here on the scene. Foxtrot, the police helicopter, still circling above. Again, we suspect searching for that individual or gunman involved in this police-involved shooting, just kind of resetting the stage here of how this all unfolded. Again, reports coming in around 4:30 this afternoon that there was a shooting out here in West Baltimore. Very quickly, it became apparent that an officer was involved in this scene. We actually heard reports that the officer's weapon and radio were found in an alley not far from here. And then pretty much since that moment, it has just been police cruiser after police cruiser, police unit after police unit out here on scene. Again, now getting reports that federal agents are here on scene beyond this perimeter here on Fremont Avenue. The perimeter heavily set up here around the scene. We're hearing about as many as 6 blocks. We're also awaiting an update from police at this time to give us more information as far as the detective's condition. We do know that the police commissioner and the mayor are at shock trauma at this time. And again, just an influx of officers coming and going from this scene. Earlier, we heard reports that people that were inside this perimeter were being told to stay inside of their homes and not come out if they didn't have to, as a precaution, presumably. And again, I cannot stress this enough, just how many units are coming and going from this scene at this particular moment. Now traffic is being redirected from the scene here. Again, the mobile command unit is on scene for what we know will definitely be a long night as this investigation unfolds here on the ground. For now, we are live in West Baltimore. George Solis reporting for WJZ. Denise, yes, Baltimore City Police putting out a tweet confirming again that one of their own was shot, asking for thoughts and prayers for the officer as well as his family. Again, we were moved from the scene moments ago by police, asking us to move further back here on Fremont Avenue. And again, just to reset the scene here from what we do know, this all unfolded around 4:30 this afternoon. Reports of someone being shot out here in West Baltimore. Again, we now know that it was an officer, a detective we're hearing that was shot. Condition still unknown at this time. We do know that the mayor and the police commissioner are at shock trauma. Foxtrot still in the air, presumably searching for a suspect or suspects involved in that shooting. Still a very active police presence out here on the scene. Even further down, again, from where we were, they asked us to move here. We not exactly sure why, presumably out of precaution. But again, if you are just joining us, Baltimore City Police confirming that one of their own has been shot, and they are asking for thoughts and prayers at this time. That is the latest. Sending it back to you.
Heartbreaking. Thank you, George.